Hello my friends, on this week's list of unbearable assholes, we have Kim and Usman, aka Sojaboy. Yes, that's right, it's more from the couple's tell-all on 90 Day Fiance. And what are we doing this week? Well, we're picking over the carcass that was a relationship, allegedly, of Kim and Sojaboy. So Sean sits everybody down, and she asks the couple, well, what happened? And quick as a flash, Kim said, I broke up with Usman. Oh really, Kim? Really? If somebody tells you that you don't walk properly, your belly's too big, you don't dress very well, and they consistently compare you to other women who they describe as beautiful, ergo you are not, who refuses to have sex with you and treats you like a second-class citizen, when you finally break up with them, you didn't break up with them, they broke up with you, they pushed you to it. Just know that, Kim, just know that. And then Kim lets us know she talks to Usman every single day. She's still a superfan and they'll always be great friends. And she said what you guys don't understand is our connection. Really? I understand the connection, okay? Sojaboy's connected to your wallet and your ability to get him a green card. You are connected to his yummy. And you're both connected to TLC and TLC checks. I get it. But despite all these deep connections, when Sean asks Kim if they're still engaged, she sadly replies that they're not. And Usman too confirms the relationship is completely done. He says, I still love her. Still love her? That must mean you loved her in the first place, and I personally would debate that fact. But the reason we broke up is because she can't give me the one thing I want, a child. What? Usman, you knew that right from the get-go. And he said that's why it couldn't continue. And Sean did her faux puzzled look, and she said, so you fell out with Kim? And Kim looked somewhat surprised. And she said, no, I fell out with Usman. Oh, good Lord, these two are like a couple of kids in the schoolyard. Yeah, Kimberly, meet me at break, yeah? I need to talk to you. You want to talk to me? Well, I want to talk to you, but I just really quickly want to say, you're dumped, yeah? We're done. I don't want to go out with you no more. I've met someone else, see? I'm much happier. We're finished. Oh, what was it you wanted to say? Now, guys, I would say, does it matter? But yes, it does, because Sojaboy pushed Kim to fall out with her, so he doesn't look the total user that he is. But alas, instead, he looks like a manipulative user. He wants it to seem like I wanted to continue, but Kim pulled the rug out from underneath me. The only problem with this is he seems to have forgotten, at the current time, what his whole bullshit narrative was. But once more, Sean fails to get to the bottom of this, well, because she's Sean. Yeah, that's it, because she's Sean. But then, not a moment before time, Sean introduces to the stage the lovely Jamal. And oh my God, guys. Jamal's not happy. He came at Sojaboy like a scorned ex-baby mama who's never received a dime of child support, with a major in psychology and a minor in socioeconomics. He called Sojaboy everything but a child of God. He called him toxic, narcissistic, manipulative, but to name a few. And Jamal tells everybody there that he hopes now they can all see Sojaboy for who he is. Oh, Jamal, we do, of course we do. He's an international singing sensation. Who's very talented and very famous. Everybody knows him, especially in his own region. And so Jamal said, my worst fears have been realised. I told Usman I was going to have to pick up the pieces of this relationship, and here I am. Now I'm doing it. And then Kim interjected and said, but I fell out with Usman. No one was even asking that, Kim. Bloody hell. Who fell out with who is going round and round in Kim's mind, and every so often she can't help to just blurt it out. Jamal schools his mum once more. First he said he wanted a kid, then he said he wanted a second wife. And then he said he wanted to adopt a kid. He was just doing more and more to push you to falling out with him. And finally, that's what happened. He manipulated you, Mum. And then Ed piped up and called Usman a scammer who wanted to promote his music. Usman's response was a doozy. But I was with Kim for 3 years. If I was a scammer, why would I make it last 3 years? Usman, you saw each other for about 6 weeks during those 3 years. It was not 3 years of hard labour. Let's have it right.
Do you think Usman is a scammer?
I think Usman, he used her to stay relevant, you know?
Do you guys agree?
Yes, we agree 100%.
I am so much agree with him.
I think Usman low-key played the fuck out of my mom.
No. That's not true.
Fighting words there from Jamal. He low-key played the fuck out my mum. I think we'll find Jamal. The fuck is what she wanted, but unfortunately, she didn't get it. Or not very often at least. And then after prompting from Sean, the cast all said that they believed Sojaboy was not in love with Kimberly. But Usman decided to hit back. He said, we were in love, we were so in love. We must have been because we had sex. And then Sean, for the second time in this tell-all, decided to do her job. Oh, careful, Sean, this is becoming a habit. And she said, are you telling me you need to be in love with someone before you have sex? And Usman said, yep, that's right, I can't have sex unless I'm in love. And so Sean pointed out, but you wanted to have a second wife, and you told Kim that she gets all the good stuff, and you would just be sleeping with the second wife to have kids. But if you're saying you can't have sex without being in love, would that mean that you would have to be in love with a second wife? And Usman said, yeah, there would be no difference between the two. What? So then Sean said, but you told Kimberly yourself that she's the proper wife, she gets all the good stuff. And by the good stuff I assume you mean being loved and being supported, and the second wife is just there to make babies. That's what you said. And he stuttered for a couple of seconds, and then he said, you don't understand the culture. Come to northern Nigeria and then you'll understand. Oh really, Sojaboy? Firstly, you told Kim that only she would get the good stuff, and now you're saying all wives would be equal, so you lied to Kim. And you knew that lie would push her too far. And the second thing is, I don't for a second believe you do not have sex with people unless you are in love with them. You're the person that tells everybody, I've got loads and loads of girls on my Insta ready to go. How would you know if you've never tested it? And I see you, Sojaboy. Sojaboy's most definitely a, where's my hug kind of guy. He's the kind of chap that would invade personal space. You love being around beautiful women. Why? If love is the most important thing to you. I don't believe you for a second. Oh, Sojaboy, I guess you can fool all of the people some of the time, and some of the people all of the time, but you seem unable to fool any of the people any of the time. Sojaboy's a bona fide idiot. Go on, guys, prove me wrong. I have no idea why Sojaboy wants to lie all of the freaking time. Do you think that we're all stupid? We remember what you said previously. It's a matter of public record. Everything that you've previously stated resides at the TLC Archive Library. It's in New York, and it's equidistant between the Guggenheim and the Morgan Library and Museum. It's a heady mix of fine art, literature, theological texts, and Sojaboy's bullshit. And from what I hear, Sojaboy's bullshit has its own wing. He's such a clown. And so Sean decides to shit stir further by showing Kim and Jamal the video of when Sojaboy went to meet his potential second wife, and he flirted up a storm and asked for her phone number. Whilst this video was taking place, Kim and Jamal were wildly gesticulating. They were incandescent with rage at what they saw. And apparently nobody knew that he'd taken her number. But wait, what's this? Sojaboy's got another tack. He's dispensed with being earnest, and he's angry, goddammit. Listen to this.
I'm speechless.
Why is everybody quiet?
Because the smile on your face.
I'm going to go and see this lady.
I didn't know you got her phone number. I didn't know you got her phone number, though.
Kimberly, if I get her number, I can talk to her if I want to.
This is ridiculous.
You need to shut up.
I don't need to shut up. I don't fucking care.
And Sojaboy throws his hands in the air. He says, I can talk to her whenever I want to. This is the culture. This is the culture. It would seem to me that Hausa culture is extremely close to British political culture. It's full of liars, social climbers, grifters, and confidence tricksters. So we take another trip down memory lane, and we see the final epic fight between Kim and Usman.
Everything. Oh, I don't pick up the room right. I don't dress right. My stomach's too big. I mean, fuck. Why are you even with me? Because to me, I don't even know. Seriously. I'm sitting here fucking thinking about adopting a baby. You're on your phone all the fucking time. You can't even hold a conversation with me. We don't even have sex. Oh, God. Tired of feeling like I'm not fucking enough.
Oh dear, poor Jamal, having to listen to his mum bang on about not being banged. I do feel for him. But what really annoyed me was just after this argument, they started talking about adopting a child. And Sojaboy said, because I can't have a second wife, I thought, fine, she doesn't want that, so we'll adopt a child. I'm sacrificing so much. Sojaboy, you are not sacrificing having a second wife because of Kim. That's because of the United States law. You are not allowed to have 2 wives and still get a green card. It's nothing to do with Kim. You're sacrificing that because of your own wants, because you want the green card. But he wants us all to believe that he sacrifices so much more than Kim. My God, guys, he's so annoying. Honestly, I'd love to be one of his backup dancers. And do you know what I'd do? Whilst he's in the midst of performing to, well, dozens of his fans, I'd sweep his legs from underneath him. I would absolutely love it. He's so goddamn annoying. But there's more from Jamal. He claims that as soon as he left Nigeria, Kim started ringing him and telling him that Usman was acting differently and that he was disrespecting her. Resolution upcoming. Always have Jamal with you when you're around Sojaboy. Perfect. Don't go anywhere without Jamal. I'd like that. No need to thank me, guys. It's what I do. I create solutions. Solutions to problems. It's my forte. But guys, there's just time for one final gaslight from Sojaboy.
Usman, she never forced you into this relationship. Like, you could always said no and chose to be with someone else.
Yep.
But you chose to be in it.
It's not making sense to me. You're not talking about that. I did not break up. She break up.
And guys, see what I mean? He's flipped back to saying she fell out with me. He thinks for some reason that we're all drinking the Kool-Aid and that we all believe that he's innocent. And it's all down to Kim. But thankfully, at the end of the segment, Sean asked Kim, will you ever go back out with Usman? And she said emphatically no. I'm going to buy a camper van and go, well, I guess camping with my cat. Okay, fair enough. It sounds shit. But as long as it's got nothing to do with Sojaboy, I'm all for it. And at the end of the segment, Kim started crying and the lovely Jamal went over and gave her a big hug. You guys, I'm not really sure if Jamal's done a very good job with raising Kim. What do you think? But guys, you've got to admit, it does seem that way, doesn't it? Who's the adult and who's the child here? So that's where we leave things for this season and hopefully forever. Guys, hopefully we'll never ever see Sojaboy again. He is a bona fide user. All he's done is try to promote his music and used Kim as a conduit. I wouldn't mind if Kim was complicit, or if he said to her, well, we'll pretend that we're going to get the visa, but we won't really. We'll just play along and hang out while it's good for both of us. And at the end of the season, we'll go our separate ways. If that was the case, I wouldn't be so bothered. But looking at Kim's tears and how upset she is, that's not the case. What's wrong with you, Sojaboy? And why do you think you can pull the wool over everybody's eyes? Guys, let me know what you think. Do you think that Sojaboy went too far this season? I kind of think he did. He pulled Kim around from pillar to post without a second thought for her feelings. Let me know what you think in comments down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. If you smash the like button, it really does help my analytics. And I'll get on with my next video. You've been listening to Ebird Online, and I bid you good day.